My name is Lieutenant Dr. J. Chinna, Assistant Professor of Commerce, AB Government Degree College, Jangam. Today topic is process management theory. In earlier, as you told, we have to learn about the management, what are the principles of the management, what are the functions of the management. You have to learn already in previous class. And in last class, we have to discuss about and clarified about scientific management, what is meaning of scientific management and what is the history of scientific management, as well as what are the theory of scientific management, what are the principles of the scientific management, and we have to learn what are the criticisms by different persons. We will learn already in last class. Today the topic is process management theory. The process management theory was started by in initial period by Henry Fayol. Henry Fayol was a French mining engineer who later turned leading industrialist and successful management. So Henry Fayol belongs to Frenchman. He is an engineer and also industrialist. He is a successful manager. He has a lot of experience in the field of management, and he was published a monograph, that is a book entitled with Administration Industrielle et Generale. This book was published in 1916 in French language. Up to 1929, it was not translated into English. It was reprinted in French several times, but it was never translated in English until 1929. After 1929, the book was translated in English. Then the management was developed a lot. According to Henry Fayol, science management basically classified into some types. Those are basically classified as a classification of industrial activities, classification of managerial functions. Under classification of managerial functions, again classified as planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating and controlling. Again, the main part classified science of management according to Henry Fayol is universal principles of management, and next one is significance of management function, and next one is managerial qualities and training, and next one is and lesson, and last and final is macro approach to management. These are the Henry Fayol science management. So one by one we have to learn here. Number one is classification of industrial activities. He was classified in first type is industrial activities. Henry Fayol again classified in industrial activities in 6 groups. Those are technical. Number one is technical. So this technical belongs to production. And second is commercial group. Commercial group belongs to distribution. And third one is financial related. It belongs to financial planning. And another group is security. It relating to protection of persons and property also. And next is accounting. Accounting refers or consisting a recording of transactions of business which was transacted in daily wise. And next group of function is managerial. What are the managerial functions are here? Planning, organizing, coordinating and controlling. These are the group of managerial work. So these are the classification of industrial activities. Industrial activities again subgroup, those are 6 groups we have told as you know. Next one, classification of managerial functions. According to Fayol, the following are the important functions of a manager. He termed those functions as element of management. These are the main element of the management. There are 5 elements of management are there. Number 1 is planning, and second is organizing, and third one is commanding, and fourth one is coordinating, and fifth one is controlling. Without these element of management, there is no management, there is no meaning at all, according to Henry Fayol. So if you want to plan a start a business or organization, any organizations, there should be a planning. Without plan, we can't start any type of business or organizations. Why? Because there are short-term plans, mid-term plans, and long-term plans are there. If you want to buy any raw materials, where you are going to buying in cheap manner. If you want to start a plant at nearby cheapest raw material, you have to start there. And what are the planning of financials? How you are going to selection of the human resources? All types of plans you have to first of make. Then organizing. With plan you have to organizing the staffs. You have to organize the financial resources. You have to organize the industrial inputs, industrial tools you have to organize. And next one is commanding. Without commanding, the manager or supervisor not get any fulfillment and effective profits not gain. So they have to command against the workers. Each and every supervisor have to command whether they are doing work efficiently or not, whether they are doing the work with knowledgeful or not, whether they are doing the work with skillful or not. They have to command. Otherwise, they won't reach their objective of the production. And next is coordinating. In each and every department or organizations, there should be a coordination. Without coordination, the employees not work as unity or unity of command and unity of directions. So there is an understanding between supervisor and foremen. There should be understanding between top level management to low level management. Where there is coordination, then only we can success the any organizations in a fruitful manner. So these are the next one is controlling. Each and every businessman or organizers, they have to control over to the employers, whether they are coming in time or not, whether they are fulfilling their which was given by task or not, whether they are producing in time or not, whether they are punctuality or not. You have to control over to them. Then only we can reach our goal. These are the main classification of the managerial functions which was told by Henry Fayes. And next one is universal principle of management. Henry Fayes has identified 14 fundamental principles of management. As he told in earlier class, the 14 principles of management was given by Henry Fayes only. They are applicable to all types of business organizations, whether small or large, commercial or non-commercial, and private of government. They are also applicable to managers at all levels of management hierarchy, from top to lower level. They have to follow. And next, Henry Fayes' science of management is significance of management function. What are the significance? Management was considered as a technique of trial and error. Here, Henry Fayes considered management as one of the most significant and indispensable functions, and justified it to be one of the essential factors of production or any condition of the work. So that according to him, management is not only a systematized body of knowledge but a profession. He identified certain qualities and qualifications which are essential for managers at all levels in the management hierarchy. This is the one type of science management of Henry Fayes. Next one is managerial qualities and training. According to Henry Fayes, the first person to identify distinctive managerial qualities. These are what are the qualities have to maintain as a supervisor or worker. Number one is physical qualities. Each and every employee are in level of management, they have to maintain the physical qualities. What are those? In appearance you have to, and in health also they have to maintain the physical qualities. And second is they have to maintain the moral qualities also. How they have to maintain the moral qualities? They have to judge their works, that is judgment. They have to adapt the works, that is adaptability. These are the main managerial qualities among the workers. And next quality is moral qualities. Each and every worker should be maintain fitness. They have to take initiatives. They have to maintain loyalty, and they have to do their work in dignity. These are the moral qualities they have to maintain. And again they have to maintain education qualities. How they have to maintain the education qualities? Each and every foreman or workers, they have to know the management theory. Without knowledge of the management theory, there is no skillful work. If there is no skillful work, there is no profit. They won't gain more profits. So that they have to maintain the education qualities also. Next one is they have to maintain the technical qualities relating to functions to be performed. Each and every workers are supervisors and employees, they have to update their knowledge what are what are the things are coming in modern times, they have to update them, they have to update themselves, they have to know what are the technical works are coming in the society. Those works they have to adapt, and they have to do the and they have to maintain the adaptability. Those are the technical qualities. Then they have to maintain the experience also. How they have to maintain the experience? By doing the work. By doing the work, when they gain the experience, they will become a full knowledge and skillful persons. They will make the work with effectively and efficiently, and with skillful work. With that effect, they will go in another way and they will gain more money also. These are the main significance of the management function. And managerial qualities and training. Next one, macro approach to management. What are the macro approach to the management here? Management science is, as described by Foyle, is not merely a solution to a specific problem, but it is general in nature. According to him, management has universal applicability and can be applied to solve all types of business as well as non-business problems. In this sense, the management is all pervasive. This macro or universal approach of Foyle to management makes him universalist. Okay. Next one. These are the main Henry Foyle theory. Next one. What is the management? And is management is an art or not? You have to learn here. Compulsorily, definitely management is art. Without art, the manager not to getting things from the workers. So the management is the art of getting things done through and with people in a formally organized group. It is the art of creating an environment in which people can perform as individuals and yet cooperative towards the attainment of group goals. According to Harold Kuhns, he told it is a definitely art. Management is nothing but art. You have to create a art. You have to create an environment, a good healthy environment among the people, among the workers, among the employees. That is one type of art. And each and every individuals have to do the work with cooperation, and they have to do the work towards the function of organizations to attain the goals of organizations and to get the objectives of the organizations. So that according to Harold Kuhns, management is definitely art. Okay. In next slide, again the management can aptly be classified as an art because of some reasons. It is so many reasons are there. Those are artists' pursuit and practice and use of skills and creativity and personalized, and second is directed towards concrete results, use of profound knowledge and innovatives. How we have know the management as an art? These are the reasons. Number one is artistic pursuit. Each and every manager they have to maintain as artistic. Then only they have to do the work. They can getting the works from the peoples. And second is practice. Without practice, management not become a good man. And next is use of skills. It is also one type of art by using of the skill of persons or skill of use of skills of workers. With that effect, the management became an art. And managers should be create works. They have to maintain a creativity among the workers. And next one personalized, and next one directed towards concrete results. A manager have to direct to get a good result, that is concrete results. Then they have to maintain the knowledge, they have to give the training to them, they have to give the promotion, knowledge and selection in well knowledge. And last and final is each and every manager have to think in innovative manner. When they have to think like that, the new productions will be initiated into the market in the organizations. So these are the main reasons to say as management as an art. Next, is management as a science? Yes, absolutely. Management as a science. Science may be defined as a body of knowledge systemized through the applicable of scientific methods in any department of inquiry. It is based on certain concepts, principles, theories and techniques. So when you have to use concepts of the things, it is nothing but a science. When you apply the principles into the management, we can call also science of management. Sometimes you have to practice theories in the management also. There are so many theories are there. We have to applicable to it in the management. That's why it is also a science. Again, science is broadly classified into two parts. Number one is physical science and second is social science. What are the physical science are here? What are the social science are here? The physical science is one in which the cause-effect relationship can be established with certainty. It is an exact science. What is the next one? Social science. Social science is one in which the cause-effect relationship cannot be established with certainty. Sorry. It is an exact science as it deals with human behavior. Physical science is purely science. Social science is related to human behavior. So, management does not qualify to be a science. When lack of consistency and absence of clear definitions and failure to control phenomena, and last one, lack of empirical evidence. With that effect, we can't or it does not quality to be a science as management. Okay, and in next slide. Thank you one and all. Thank you very much.